Chel maybe not tell Walego. Akotai Morachel bin tell Walego. Bin tell Walego.
Olego uno. Papua ba wa dwak pocha duong bori pinina tina maine yogo. Meke lokuch lira ibeke Latinwa o minwa mono president National Unity Platform Bobby Wine. Binu wakanti yame ngutumare kome kita wana mare kede. Jo don obolo wapimo wakipira ngwen nija ke kukela laha kumkwawa eto yunge jote dua koka kobogoba kiken eto yini kela tin man Bobby Wine meke lokuj kede kela laha Uganda ubao miku pwari masekti kucha maini kelo de obed bori uleo kumkokali inyingi Yesu Kristo rotwa. Amen.
Bapti for you bound, Bapti for you bound. Go you for you bound. I'm to need. I don't present. You can now sit. People power. How power? Yeah, you men no iti. Oh, I don't know. Ekekan. Lua uno ni Moses Mawa, a better sub-regional coordinator, me NUP, Lao sub-region. A John Omate. We have quite currently a John Joachim 11 Met Parliament Dosho, Binkan, Lao sub-region. Keremeya Dutch, Binukane. Kai very candidate Met Parliament Keremeya Binkan. Candidate, parliamentary level, Binu Borakan. Look, Melao, Johnny and Namakeli Nimoni, or Tiuchung, Meware Parliament, Peolog in Kanwimo, Okabukanyingi. People power, power, power. AUP. I'm your one Stephen Ukero, Atachung, Imea, Baraton Gansi, Dobara, Stephen Ukero Dokolo. People power, our power. Arabed Bualeo, member of the constituency. For you know. People power, our power. Geoffrey Ebiero, Dokolo North constituency, the member of parliament. People power everywhere. That is NUP. Call a South constituency, Emmanuel Omang. People power, our power, ra, ra, sha, sha. Nyalonyo, Ongia Daniel Rachabakuli, Penyu Rachadeke yet, to be the Mayor Metzlira City East Division. People power, our power, Kunga Changulaje Kunga, Kunga Lango Kunga. Kunga Leo City Kunga. Nyamoni Honorable Alan Charles Odo. I tell Chungpi, Equanian North MP candidate. National
Kako venituera wa ingam nituera padano. Kako venituera padano ingam nituera wa. Tuera wa? Tuera padano? Tuera wa? Tuera padano? People power?
People power. Our power. Mana iza kujok. A better look the National Unity Platform in Laogan. A better council of my Braintown Council. It's okay. People power. Our power. A better attack for you. People power. Our power. A better Oriho Innocent Waterdon. LC5 Councillor, Good Town Council. People power. Our power. NUP. Everywhere. Kunga lango kunga. Kunga muga kunga. Kunga lila city kunga. Kunga Uganda kunga. Kunga Kegulani kunga. Kunga men march kunga. Man men march. Atinu. Ogwang Patrick nga men march. Meya ayot. Megero city ayot. Alemuru komuni building Lira city together. People power, our power, people power, our power, NUP, NUP, everywhere, you and me, all of us, everybody, everyone, all of us, we are all NUP. Thank you so much. Mr. President and your cabinet, I am called Isha Otor Amiza. Isha Otor Amiza is a former member of parliament of Yam South on the Uganda People's Congress Party. But today, Isha Otor Amiza is a candidate for Yam County South in Parliament on National Unity Platform. NUP. I would have said so many things here, but because of time, and because today is for our president, I will give him time to address this crowd. But before that, Langi Tiuno Queen. In 1962, now in the Uganda, Dujkun Bebra, Duobore, take a lot, can't Kubakam, Mebuganda. Wouldn't you have bear? Ikarame, lot of Minokera Yera. Now and no terror when you can bear for me a general debut, you know, chop, make it a lie Uganda can. Wouldn't you have bear? Ikarame, Lomati, democracy. He met Cecilia Timo Gualo back at you, and no terror, me Uganda, make it a lie. Don't run me now. Aramidu Kubu, Otor Isha has now joined Chagulani to bring a revolution in this country. You know when Kala logo, Uganda logo. You know, Kala logo, Uganda logo. Kala logo, Uganda logo. Aramidu Kubu, man. Karido Ramo. Make a la in my Uganda. Waromita aloha ma ya kunbe dogwa aloha bo duru aloha bo luin aloha no keludara me rotikiri pera me joti anene Uganda chawani wuni tutibiru jwa yod dan pera me umeru be opera me roma pera chagulani do arami do kobi wuni kare do roma kwanyu kwiru dut imi bo kare me pikire pera barawul ame romkedu me akiki luak arami do kobi me akiki mane Uganda obiru loba jo achiel ken Uganda tika achiel ken komme aganda komme lao komme achuli komme nyakole pe wana me jo Uganda biledi achiel you know, Neuda Bell, can allow Nero Pimo appear and when Ubidi Kema, Unego Jawa Tutu, Unero Chan, why don't top, double pay, you pay, you know, pay the Akal, PM, Logati, Calibrata Rat. So I have to be uni. Oh, no, the Wakarachiel. We are kidding all American. No, yam, a bit of Burakan, make a molo apa 12. Nata con you, Cumbelalo, Obero Tarano. Don't acquire any, Timuno Bear. If we look at Dungu, President Robert Kyagulanyi, Apoyo. Anya Loni Ishoto Amega, Apoyo. People power, however, Mono Puena Memory Lord Ken Mena Mario. Let me take this opportunity to invite the Deputy President in charge of Northern Uganda. People power, our power. Apoyo Mate, Ladit, President, Your Excellency, Okello. Shower prayer, and so I want to thank everybody here present, and I give us the book of Isaiah 43 that will guide you. It says, I will say to the north, give them up, and to the south, do not hold them back. Bring my sons up from afar, and my daughters from the ends of the earth. Bring my sons from afar, and my daughters from the ends of the earth. On that note, Your Excellency, that de facto, that de jure, the Okello, the hope of Uganda and this world. Come and grant us that hope and speak to this that you are gathering us from all over. Hey, Alama. Apoyo Matiek. Apoyo Matiek. Apoyo Matiek. Na inga charenga. Na inga charenga. Aliwa charenga. Na inga charenga. Puro people power. Our power. NUP everywhere. People power. Our power. NUP everywhere. Kunga lira kunga. Kunga lao kunga. Kunga Uganda kunga. Kunga ra. Hello. Jalira. Atia unaningo. Atia mabe. Apoyo Matiek. Thank you very much for coming. Apoyo Numbiru. Thank you for coming. Okay, allow me to introduce myself in law. Nyinga Kyagulanyi Sentamu Robert. Kyagulanyi Sentamu Robert. Nyeo Bobby Wine. Nyeo Okello. I am very, very, very happy to see you. Thank you very much. Today, there's something that I've realized. In fact, let me invite my sister, Comrade Ageno, to translate for me. I could have spoken Luo, but I know we have some people that don't understand Luo here. I am very happy to meet you today here. I'm sure by lunchtime all of you did not know that we are supposed to be here. The regime made sure they block us from all the venues. They did not want people to gather so much like this so that the world sees that we have support. You have seen them blocking the roads and sending us very many miles away from the town so that people don't come. So today they blocked us and did not clear our presence here until 1:30. They thought that if we don't communicate to you that we are going to be here, they thought you are not going to come. So this rally, we cannot say that this rally was organized. But look how many you are. Look how many you are. When I was coming here, I did not expect so much people. But when I say you here, I touched my head and said, Ojone. So thank you very much. We thank God for allowing us to be here. Let us all put our hands up. Rubambe, Kariduchu, God is great, and all the time. Let us clap our hands together for the Almighty God. We are here because God is planning something for us. We are here because this is our time. We are still alive because there is a reason why we are alive. We are coming together because God has a mission for us. I did not know why we had inspiration to hold the Uganda national flag right from the beginning of this campaign. But I'm slowly realizing that this flag is supposed to communicate that all of us, this belongs to us and we belong to it. This Uganda national flag is a symbol of Uganda. It shows our ownership of Uganda. This is our inheritance. We inherited it from independence. This is the symbol of the plan that our grandfathers had for us. On the 9th of October 1962, many of young Ugandans then came together. From northern Uganda, from eastern Uganda, from western Uganda, from central Uganda. All of them, they had a mission, they had a plan, they had a dream to build a country. A country that would make life better for what they call the future generation. In 1962, when they said the future generation, they meant you. They meant me. They meant all of us. We are the grandchildren of that generation. We are the grandchildren of the Obote generation. The grandchildren of the Benichwanuka generation. We are the grandchildren of the Nabudere generation. We are the grandchildren of the Nichon generation. We are the grandchildren of the young men and women in 1962. And I have news for you today. We are the grandparents of the future generation. You and me. Whether they are whether we will be from here in Lango, or from Buganda, or from Busoga, any part of Uganda. We are the grandparents of the children that are going to come here 30, 40, 50, 60 years from now. So we were thinking about that when we were building a manifesto. When I decided to run for president, what was on my mind was all of Uganda. It was a plan to end the 40 years of gun rule and start afresh. It was a plan. It was a plan how to use the big wealth that we have in Uganda. Our country is rich. Uganda is a rich country. Uganda, Robo Mabel. Uganda is a good country. But it is not governed well. Therefore, we made a plan. Knowing that we have oil, we have gold, but most importantly, we have young people. So we drew a plan, which plan I intended to move from all corners of Uganda, telling the young people of Uganda what we are bringing this time. In 2021, I ran for president. I believe we won Museveni. We won him. But he stole the election. But this time, we came again with the faith because we know they used the COVID that time and today there is no COVID. We came back again because we knew fewer people voted last time and we wanted to mobilize and encourage all the people of Uganda, especially the young people, to turn out and vote. But this time, we wanted to present something better. We wanted to paint a picture of a new Uganda. What that Uganda is going to look like. How is it going to benefit you? How do you fit in that new Uganda? When you're going to vote, why do you make sure you vote? Because you see what you're going to get. And that is what I've been telling the people from the east, from Busoga to Sebei to Tororo to Busia. That is the message that we are giving the young people there. And that is the message which I had planned to come and give you, my brothers and sisters in Lango. But something happened. Something happened. Something that turned my mind around. You see, I was supposed to go through Karuma and drive on the road. But on my way to Lango, I was talking to my brother, Honorable Jimmy Akena. You see, he's my friend from long time. Now he said, Dobby, my brother, pass by a Kokoro and visit me. It was such an honor. And we went to Masindi Ferry. And as soon as I got to the ferry and stepped on the land of Belangi, something came to my mind. We went and visited Jimmy's home. I even got the honor of going and salute the resting place of the founding father, Dr. Apollo Milton Obote. I know that this brotherhood and this friendship made so many Ugandans happy. Ugandans in Lao, and Ugandans in Buganda. But I also know that some people were disappointed because they saw that we were stopping the division that they had pushed on us for so many years. This visit made me change even the message I'm going to give you today. Even though I wanted to tell you about what we are going to do in the new Uganda. About how we are going to use the massive wealth of Uganda to change Uganda in the first 5 years. I saw that even if I have a good message to give you, you cannot give a good message to a mind that is already biased. Now let us face this, fellow young people. Many of you are below 40 years. Many of you are young. I don't know what lies you've been told about the Baganda. But I will tell you the lies that we have been told about the people of Lango, the people of Northern Uganda, and the people of all the UPC. You see, the story goes back even in the 70s. But I will start from 1980. Now in 1980, when none of you was born, when none of us was born, there was a presidential election. In that election, there were 4 political parties competing. There was UPC led by Dr. Milton Obote. There was DP led by Dr. Paul Semogerere. There was Conservative Party led by Chapa Karuanga. And there was UPM led by Yoweri Museveni. Now at the end of the election, Museveni had got 1% of the vote. I said Museveni got 1% of the vote in 1980. But you know what Museveni said? Museveni said that Obote had stolen his election. And he said that Obote was overstaying in power. So Museveni started the war. He did not start that war where he comes from. He started that war in Buganda, in Luwero. He started killing people. They started raiding banks. They started burning ambulances and raiding innocent people at night. And for a long time, especially after he took over power, the story in Uganda was that it was the UPC people that had gone around killing people. But on December 26, 2004.
Ete mwapia rewe ya ngwen.
I said on December 26, 2004. There was a big UPC man from Ankole who died. His name was Adonia Tiberondwa. Now one of the people that was in the bush with Museveni is called Kainda Otafire. He held the microphone on that day. I don't know what had come over him. In Buganda we call it Emando Abwanika. In English they call it the spirit of exposure. The spirit that will come up over you and you will say the truth even when you kill somebody, you will say it. So on that day, December 26, 2004, after they were comfortable and had spent 21 years in power, Otafire released the biggest secret. The NRA soldiers, Museveni's rebels, who are NRA rebels, they would put on UPC t-shirts, red UPC t-shirts with Dr. Obote's image in the front. And they would go in villages, killing people, raping women, slaughtering parents in front of their children. In order to make the people of Uganda hate the government of the day. That has always been Museveni's way of doing things. It is called a false flag operation. Then after killing our people, they will disappear for about an hour and then come back in their uniform and say, who has killed them? Who has killed them? We can help you. That is how they were able to brainwash my people. So after they took power in 1986, all the radios, all the TVs, all the stories that were being manufactured, they were teaching us hate. They were teaching us division. And I am sure even in northern Uganda the same story. Because after Museveni had joined with Kaira, who was a Muganda commander, and Kaira had given his military to Museveni, they killed Andrew Takome Kaira in 1987. And all of you know that Museveni's military came and wreaked havoc in northern Uganda and killed people and tortured people. Some of you are very young to know that, but I want you to go to the books of history. I want you to go to YouTube and go to TikTok. You will find those facts because the internet never forgets. No, settle down, don't run, don't move, don't move, don't move, don't move, come back here, relax, don't move, nobody move, no, don't move, I am here with you, don't run away, don't let anybody intimidate you. We not fear them, we not run away from them, we don't fear them. We don't run away from them. People power. Our power. People power. NUP. Everywhere. NUP. Now you realize that every time I'm saying the truth, they do something. They will do something every time they see me opening your eyes. The the mission that brought me to Lango is to open the eyes of the people. I came to open the eyes of the people. Because if we don't open our eyes, we will never know the truth. They want to choose for us our enemies. Somebody who is supposed to be my brother, they want to make that person my enemy. And every time they see us opening eyes, they will cause some kind of chaos. I am encouraging you, my brother, don't be afraid. Those people are scared of us. They are scared of us. We are many. We are young. We are powerful. Don't fear them. Okay, now listen to me. Where did we stop? I want you to. Who has been following? Where did we stop? Where did we stop? Where did we stop? Yes, thank you very much. Now the things I am talking about, these are very serious things. I want Museveni to challenge me. I want Museveni to come out and say Bobi Wine is lying. I want Museveni to come and say he's not the one who killed almost 1 billion people in Uganda. Museveni cannot challenge me because Museveni knows he's a criminal. Let me even tell you this. Are you listening to me? That style of Museveni is failing. Other leaders' image did not start in Obote's time. All of you know a man called Ben Chiwanuka. All of you know a man called Ben Chiwanuka. The man who was killed in Amin's time. Some of us who read books. Some of us who do research. Some of us who follow history. We know that there's a claim that Museveni and this group of rebels called Pronasa killed Ben Chiwanuka in 1972. I want to challenge Museveni to come out and deny that. Because according to the records of Uganda police, according to the investigation of Uganda police, in 1972, there was a group of people who came with a car, UU2. It was a Peugeot. According to the eyewitnesses that the statement they gave to the police, and that car abducted Ben Chiwanuka and took him away, never to see him again. But again, when I was reading Museveni's own book, Museveni wrote a book, it is called Sowing the Mustard Seed. When I was reading that book, Museveni himself by his own confession, Museveni by his own confession, Museveni himself said it. He said it himself that he was driving the same car, UUQ Peugeot, and he went and parked it in Mbale quarters. In 1972, when he was meeting his fellow rebels of Pronasa. Now that is when Uganda police raided, because they had been following that car. They were investigating who abducted Ben Chiwanuka. And when they came, they surrounded the house. They were able to kill 2 of Museveni's friends, and Museveni ran away. You can go and research that as well. So now you know that the drones began in 1972. The abduction of people began in 1972, led by Museveni and his Pronasa rebels. Now ask, why am I telling you that story? I am telling you that story so that you know that the people of Uganda know who killed their people. I also want you people to know that the people of Uganda know who built Mulago Hospital. I know. I want you to know that the people of Uganda know which president built and built most of the schools that we have today. That president was called Milton Obote. Museveni came and took power by force. Museveni came and took power by force. Nobody voted for him. He was the last to go to 1% in the election. And he said the election was stolen. But when he took power by force, he did not give power to who he said was the winner. Museveni saw himself in as president. And do you know what Museveni said when he was swearing in? He said that the problem of Uganda are the leaders who overstay in power. That Museveni has ruled us for 7 times. 7 painful times. So now that you know the truth, my brothers and sisters, now that you know that we're not supposed to be enemies, now that you know that we are more useful to each other as brothers and sisters, allow me also to tell you this. It has been 40 years, brothers and sisters. 40 years of gun rule. 40 years of humiliation. 40 years of poverty. 40 years of destruction of everything that the old president left for us. During Obote time, the farmers had cooperatives. Museveni destroyed everything. We had a railway functioning all across Uganda. Museveni destroyed everything. We had first-class hospitals, first-class schools. Museveni destroyed everything. Our parents would come from Ankole, from Uganda, started from Acholi, from Lango. The people from Lango, Acholi, Arua would come and go to Mbarara. There was national unity. Museveni destroyed all that. It has been 40 years. 40 years of destruction of everything. Let me give you an example. When we were growing up, the most educated people used to come from northern Uganda. But it is painful to say that the most educated people in the most segregated people are from northern Uganda. It has been 40 years. I want, if you are 40 years and above, only if you're not 40 years, don't put up your hand. But if you are 40 years, let me see your hand. You see, that means more than 99% of you here have never seen another president. All of us have never seen another president. Right here, I am one of the oldest people here as we stand. I said, here as we stand, I am one of the oldest people here. But I was only 4 years when this guy took over our country. My brothers and sisters, I am here to tell you that this is our 1962. I said this is our 1962. Before I tell you about the new Uganda, before I tell you about the plan that we must do, I will tell you that we must unite. I said we must unite. We must define ourselves. Look back in history. The white people ruled over us. But for us to get independence, we had to come together. Our fathers and mothers came together from different regions. That is why the people that brought independence, you will see Benny Chiwanuka from Buganda. It was a Ugandan revolution. No wonder it united our people. But let me tell you something. For some of us who look critically, I want you to go and look at the 27 people who Museveni says he went to the bush with. All of them were from only one tribe. All the 27. All of the NRA High Command, which was even put in our constitution. All of them were from one tribe. That is why you should know that Museveni's struggle was a tribal revolution. I am here to call upon you to come together. The young people from Lango, the young people from Buganda, the young people from Teso, the young people from Acholi, the young people from West Nile. All of us, we can decide to find our own way. We can come together as one. We must realize that we are all slaves. We have been enslaved on our own land. In the 1980s, Dr. Obote told us that Museveni is not a Ugandan. I said in the 1980s, Dr. Obote told us that Museveni is not a Ugandan. I want to stand here today and challenge Museveni to confirm, to prove to us that he's a Ugandan. But according to the way he's running our country, according to the way he's selling our country to the foreigners, according to the way he's treating our people, I swear it is very possible that that guy is not a Ugandan. And the people of Lango, I also want to tell you this. I want to tell you this. Me, I married from Ankole. My wife comes from Ankole. So the people of Ankole are my brothers and sisters in law. And they have told me in word and action that they are also suffering. This guy is using them as a human shield. He is making the rest of the country hate them, and yet they are also in pain. So I bring a message from my in-laws in Ankole. That they also want to change, they also want a new Uganda. Look at how many we are here. And yet we could have been even more if I told you that we are going to be here, if I told you yesterday. This alone is testament that all the young people of Uganda are thinking the same. We are thinking the same. We are together. We can work together. We can work together. We can unite. We can bring back love. We can reconcile. We can forgive the past mistakes. We can move forward together. We can be the fulfillment of the dreams of our fathers and mothers. Therefore, for brothers and sisters, this message that I'm sharing with you, please go and share this message with anybody and everybody you meet. Share this message with your family. Share this message with your brothers and sisters. Share that in the saloon, or in the garden, or on the border stage, or in the ghetto, everywhere. Share this message. Tell them we can come together. We can change this our country. We can build this country. We can get out of this mess. We can fix our roads. We can fix our hospitals. We are young people. We cannot live in the mistakes of the past. We must get the opportunity to make our own mistakes. We will not allow anybody to make enemies for us. We will make our own enemies. And we will make our own friends. We shall unite. To you, the young people of Lago, I want to bring a message to the people of Uganda. The people of Uganda love you. I know you love them. To you, the young people of Uganda, I know you're listening to me. We have very beautiful girls in Lago, and we have very good young men in Lago. And to you, the people of Lago, we have very good girls in Uganda there. And in fact, me, only that I'm already married, that you would have seen. Let me tell you this. I am not even joking. I am not even. You are welcome. Now, after us knowing that, we are all slaves, after knowing that there's no difference from us, after knowing that we can get to a better country, after knowing that we can be each other's keeper, I want to tell you, brothers and sisters, I am presenting myself not only to be president. I am representing an idea. And you are all on TikTok. You are all on social media. I will kiss a message because he's innocent. We release Eddie Mutwe because he's innocent. Tobias is innocent. Achille was innocent. And all political prisoners will be free. We will never see people who are not soldiers being tried in a military court. It will never happen. Never again will you be discriminated because of the language that you speak. Education is not going to be a preserve for people from a certain ethnicity. Our women will not die again in hospitals because our hospitals are going to be refurbished. There will be medicine in our hospitals. Our health workers will be well paid and on time. Our teachers will be paid well and on time. Right now as we speak, our children in primary are not in school because they're not being paid. Our brothers and sisters in the police are suffering. Our brothers in the military are suffering. They give them orders to intimidate and torture us because we are fighting for them. But when they go back to the police station, they enter their mama ingia pole. I know that you have so many friends who are police officers and soldiers. Those officers are our brothers, they are our sisters. They are our friends, we grew up together. Tell them we are going to liberate them also. So now, because time is going, let me say my final remarks. I didn't forgotten to say that I'm running for president. And I must tell you, my brothers and sisters, I am the best candidate. I said I'm the best candidate. Let me say this. Let me tell you this. We would be two good candidates competing. I would be competing with my brother Jimmy Akena. But you know, Museveni tried also to stop me from nominating. And in the same way, he stopped Jimmy from running. He thought if he stops Jimmy from running for president, he thought when he stops Jimmy, the people of Lango will vote for Museveni. You know what to do now. You know what to do now. And there's another thing. There's also another thing. I know that many MPs are running. Yeah. But I also know that among the women MPs, there's one who stole COVID money. So, I am not going to tell you who to vote, but let me say this in Uganda. Pole na chimbucho nacha yellow. Don't vote for anything yellow. I said don't vote for anything yellow. Because yellow means terrible situation. Don't vote for anything yellow. Don't vote for anything NRM. Here where we are, Museveni knows I don't fear him. He knows I don't fear him. And he knew that when I come here, this is called Akibua Stadium. That man Akibua, John Akibua used to live in Kamwacha. I have grown up with the children of John Akibua. And we have studied with them in Kitante Hill School. All of us living in Kamwacha. That man made Uganda great. And we were supposed to have a stadium in honor of him. But look at this, look at the emptiness. Ladies and gentlemen, look behind you. That little thing. That little thing there. It costs billions and billions of taxpayers' money. So where we are shows you the terrible character of Museveni. So when you go to vote, my brothers and sisters, for a better Uganda, in order to get a president of your generation, a president who respects you, a president who fears to disappoint you, a president who will be ashamed to do terrible things in front of you. That president is called Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Okello. When they called me Okello, some old man came to me and said, they named you Okello, but I'll tell you, your real name is Okello Coach. What does that mean? Wait, it means bringing peace. Now, that old man told me what I'm supposed to do. But honestly, I cannot do that without you. No region can win alone. For a long, long time, Museveni has made sure the Baganda stay one side, the Langi stay one side, the Acholi stay one side, the Banyakolo stay one side. But now, God has made it possible that we all come together. We are all together. So when you go to vote, you pick the umbrella. You pick the umbrella. When you vote for the umbrella, you're voting for freedom. You're voting for true liberty. You're voting for real independence. You're voting for reconciliation. You're voting for a united Uganda. We can achieve that, brothers and sisters. We can work together. We can live together. I want to promise you that the money, the wealth of Uganda, the wealth of Uganda will benefit all of us. Nobody will ever have to take you to prison because you belong to NUP or because you belong to UPC. Let us do this through our vote. There's a very big vote here in Lango. For a long time, when it comes to election time, Museveni comes back to you. And he promises to give you back the cows that he stole in the war. For 40 years. For 40 years. I know that this time he said he's going to give 5 cows to every family. That man is a fish. He's a liar. This is what you should tell to Museveni. Let him give the cows now before the election. If he does not give the cows before the let us come together, let us change our country. We are going to enjoy this country. We are going to live with swagger. You will never feel alone. Every part in Uganda will be your home. Every tribe in Uganda will be your brother. We shall dance the Rakaraka together. We shall dance Ding together. We shall dance Analeo together. I know we are out of time, but my brother, I can go on and on and on. Finally, I want to ask you, all of you who are here, these words that I've told you, they will be useless if you don't share them with somebody else. I will beg of you, share this message. Use your phone to share it. Change it into your language so that people can understand us. Let us be one. Let us have one. We love you very much. Amaro. Thank you. People power. Our power.
People power.
NUP.
Everywhere.
Thank you very much, my God and my country. Itu malaka tumbu yatum, Uganda etambula etamadeka, Otesemete tamuganga yatum, Molimba motopo gabu vinyo namu, Etukanye mono na muntiko, Emona do watanga natana zaliba. Let it like this. You know what you have made a Musababa. Give us a better Mamagambeko. Sing along, we are fighting for. One people, I don't hear you. We are fighting for freedom. We are fighting for freedom. We are fighting for freedom. When I do Insha, we are fighting for freedom. Sing along, Insha, we are fighting for freedom. Please keep this message going. Please share this message. Build the teams. Muzimbegali wabora. Thank you, brothers. Love you to the maximum. God bless you. People power. Thank you very much. Apoyo Mateo, apoyo Uru. Apoyo. So if you want to bad, try to Uru up, apoyo Mateo.
I'd like to thank you so much for watching Now News Channel. We have come to the end of the rally for the NUP presidential candidate Robert Chagulanyi. Thank you very much. Please subscribe to Now News Channel. We will always be bringing you such kind of events and a number of news-worthy contents. Thank you. Starts with you. People power.